Hello again, welcome to another edition of CropLife Retail Week. Paul Schrimpf, joined by Eric Sfiligoj, back together.
Yes.
So you were out. I was keeping the home fires burning here while you were out at the Environmental Respect Awards program. So how was that?
Yeah, that was fun, Paul. As we've been the last few years, we were in Washington, D.C. with all the finalists for Environmental Respect Awards. We got to see a couple of sites in D.C. proper, made a few visits to the Hill to representatives and senators who might have been on hand to talk, and also went out to Chesapeake Farms where everybody saw a lot of fall foliage, crops, and had a nice crab feast, as we tend to. So you should be seeing some nice pictures from the event right now.
So,
and then,
how did you manage the crabs okay? Are you getting better after all these years?
I was going to say, after all these years, I pretty much understand what not to eat on the crab and where the good meat is. Hint, hint, it's mostly in the claws. Congratulations go out to the Ambassador Respect winners. There were from 4 regions around the world, Paul. And for North America, the winners were Valley Agronomics. And here is Richard Lloyd and Sean McCarthy talking about winning the coveted Ambassador of the Respect Award for 2019.
I'm Richard Lloyd. I'm the General Manager for Valley Agronomics, and we're just very excited to be the North American ambassadors for the Environmental Respect Awards, sponsored by Corteva.
Sean McCarthy with Valley Agronomics. I'm equally excited to be here in Washington, D.C., the experience that we've had over the course of the week and people that we've met, and just a really unique experience.
Sean's the manager of our Pocatello facility. Pocatello was a new location for Valley Agronomics. We began searching for a place to put a new location 5 years ago, and was very excited about the opportunities to locate in Pocatello, although it created some very big challenges environmentally. The ground that we built upon was a former phosphate mining facility and Superfund site. We were able to work with the Department of Environmental Quality, the Environmental Protection Agency, the local authorities, as well as the Chauvin Native American Indian Reservation officials. And working with those organizations, and of course over 2 years, we were able to build a state-of-the-art distribution facility for ag retail, and are excited to be in the Pocatello area.
So that's what Valley Agronomics had to say as they accepted the trophy this year. Congratulations to them and all the finalists in the Environmental Respect Awards for 2019.
That's a tough one, man. You're really having trouble getting around that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Too many Diet Pepsis than this afternoon. So.
Well, congratulations, and thanks again to Corteva. It's a pleasure being a media partner on this. Great stories and great people every year we get to meet. So speaking of DC, we had just noticed in the news that USDA Beltsville has decided to integrate or work with Monsanto. Listen to me. I meant Monsanto in a brain. I don't even know where that came from.
It's okay.
They're working with Microsoft. Both M
better.
Words.
Okay.
They're going to be integrating the FarmBeats technology into in terms of data collection, and wireless communication, and all the things that FarmBeats can do. Mm-hmm. So it's a really interesting partnership between, obviously, a giant in technology who's really trying to get into ag with FarmBeats and USDA. I mean, there's real intense interest in trying to figure out the best way to connect all farms, the best way to connect all technology. So the fact that Monsanto got in on this is pretty interesting. Something we're going to follow up on in the next couple of weeks and see what more there is to the story. But just a release that came out this week was a very interesting development.
Okay. Well, speaking Monsanto on the brain, or at least one of their more famous products, glyphosate. As we've been following, Paul, there have been lawsuits regarding this herbicide in various places around the country. There have been 3 court cases that have actually finished to date. There was another one that's supposed to be starting here in October, but we found out this week that it's actually been delayed to February of 2020. So as Bayer says, who now owns glyphosate when they bought Monsanto, with the change in the trial schedule and no new trial date set through the rest of 2019, the appeals of the 3 completed trials will be our focus going forward in the months ahead. So, and at last count, Paul, looks like there's 18,400 lawsuits still pending. So we'll be following the story into 2020, obviously.
it's all those people watching television, I guess.
I know
During the
they
daytime.
do that every
Between
city
soap
I go
operas
to.
and-
They have those commercials.
It's everywhere.
Yep. So that's what we got.
Okay. Well, that's it for this edition of CropLife Retail Week. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week.
If you have questions or comments about today's episode of Retail Week, contact us by email or Twitter, or type your message in the comment section below.
Your feedback is important to us. We'll try our best to address your thoughts in next week's episode.
And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.